Hello, it's the alt account. This is the interim video between the prologue and chapter 1. So I'm going to use these interims to talk about my ideas and the progression. So currently I did a bit of chapter 1 already, but it was 10 last time that you saw me. Now I'm 13. So this is the squad, what it looks like right now. I have a 4-star Outlaw Archer, 4-star Axeman. So so I got the summons, and so I pulled. And I'm gonna pull until I cap out on these units. Right? Makes sense. And then what does a person do with their luck sight afterwards, right? I have a few ideas in mind. One, Brave Susan. That needs to change. Right? But in order to change a character's name, you need one of these. Right? Also, I'll want to change the name of all the characters eventually. So I haven't done it yet. So if it's free the first time, then it's free. If not, that's 10 characters times 200 luck sight. That's 2,000 luck sight just to rename the characters, right? And if I am looking at epic units as well, then we're gonna add all the epic units. We'll see where that goes. But after the epic units have been obtained, and the common units have been obtained, right? Asterite, what do you use it for? It's a good question. You can use it for metals, which there's no point in using it for metals. You get that dust, and it's enough for the characters that we're using. So you can get experience. It's fine. Radiant powder at 70 luck sight. That's so bad, right? I can get coupons and do the coupon event and get skins to legendary characters that I'll never have or have but never use. That's exciting. It will give me 3 Castalia per event though, or more. I don't know. But that's not like too feasible, I don't think. In all honesty though, here's where it's gonna happen. Most counts, unless you're a whale, you'd never do this. The weapon money, huh? Think about it. Think about it. If I have all the characters at full rank, right? The only thing that could happen when I summon is I get the shards. But with epic and common characters, the shard gain is 1 for 1. And you need like 10,000. That makes no sense. So, but I have a 5% chance to get a weapon. A legendary weapon or gear, right? So, some people probably wondering, how are you going to be able to clear content and farm for the legendary weapons? This is right here. This is how I'll do it. This is how I'll farm for legendary gear, right? It might be possible to have like a level 60 outlaw group take on level 50 content. Maybe, and then farm for legendary gear. Maybe, right? We don't know. I don't know. But what I do know is I can spend luck sight here and have a chance at legendary stuff because I don't care about the banners. That's kind of neat in a way. because I'll be able to pull on the ban. Like, I'm gonna do weapon summon banner videos. Not now, in the future. Probably when I get to like chapter, I don't know. When do you get like all the epics at 5-star? Probably 3 weeks to a month and a half of playing the game of summons and stuff. Maybe. I don't know. But that is definitely what the future looks like for me. Yeah. So, I'm gonna spotlight one character per. Well, I'm gonna try to keep these videos real quick. Maybe not. Maybe they won't be quick. Maybe they won't. So, let's talk about a character real quick. Okay? So, we're gonna start from left. We're gonna start with the breakers. Okay? So, we'll just do one group for the interim videos, and that's it. So, an idea of what my plan is, and then like the interim. Then a class choice. Okay? So, Outlaw Axeman. This guy, if you don't know him, he has 35% AoE damage at max rank. So that is a big damage boost. He comes with Tearing Whirlwind, which is almost 100% damage, right? And he has a multiplier on his damage he deals when he does AoE. So that's why he hit like a truck earlier, right? At rank 1, you have a choice between Mania Smash, which is a lifesteal skill, which is going to be very good considering common enemies have no healers, right? So he's like the only one who has sustain, right? He has Sweeping Mash, right? So another form of AoE, right? And inflicts physical defense down 1. We also have a decision between Shield Break, when enemies have a shield, like a physical shield, or a magic shield. Not if they're carrying a shield, then attack goes up by 15%. In my experience, not many enemies have shields in the game, so I guess I'm gonna go for warm up. So when you end on standby, you gain a 1 movement, and then you're able to climb, so you can like go up terrain, and not incur a movement penalty for 1 turn. Okay. Right. Let's see. He has his reaction skill. You can decrease damage taken by 15%, or both magic and physical attacks, right, by 8%. And if it gets hit in the back, by 30%, right? Now, here's the thing. This is probably the one I'm going to take. He is a breaker. They're weak against Seekers. Okay? So, when you are hit by your counter roll, damage taken goes up by 30%. Right? So damage goes up by 30%. But then, but Seekers love to do what? Backstab. Right? So, damage is going to go down by 30%. Right? So you nullify the damage taken by a Seeker with this skill, if I'm understanding it correctly. In addition, by another 8%, right? So because the Seeker decided to stab you in the back, he's actually doing less damage than if he stabbed you from the side, alright? Which, I wonder if, when the AI calculates it, right? He decides not to stab you in the back. he decides to stab you from the side instead, right? I don't know if crit chance is calculated in the AI thing, right? Because what's shown on the bar is what's guaranteed minimum, right? In terms of HP loss. And then if you crit, you happen to do more, right? So if the AI is looking at stabbing you in the back, he's like, oh man, no, it's 38% less damage. But if I attack him from the side, that's only 8% less damage. Actually, that's a gain, right? If I stab him from the side, that's 22% increased damage. So I'm going to stab him from the side, right? So then he stabs you from the side, and if the Seeker had any benefits from like stabbing you in the back, like extra crit chance, he doesn't do that. Or like proccing like no reaction or whatever, no passive skill. It like, so this changes the AI behavior, right? This just decreases damage taken by 15% all around, right? Which means that the Seeker is going to stab you in the back. What? So, which is worse. Which is way worse, right? Because, yeah, like, you're going to have he's going to do 15% damage, like, to you increase and stab you in the back. That's not good. So, I think we take this one. Then he has a skill and a passive. The skill, it gives him a ranged option that's single target, 150% damage. Does not benefit from his trait at all. And then we have weakening attack. So weakening attack has a chance to inflict attack 2 after he attacks, right? Now he's doing an AoE, right? So you're hitting a lot of enemies and you're hoping, one, you kill them. But if you don't kill them, they're injured. And if they're injured, they do less damage. And then in addition to that, you're hoping that they have less damage, attack stat to deal damage with this debuff. So, however, I'm not sure if I'll choose that. I think what I'm going to do is, if there's a choice between a skill and a passive, I'll go for the skill, right? If it's a choice between 2 skills, I'll try to go for the skill that the trait benefits, right? And if it's a choice between 2 passive, then that's when I really have to think about it, or 2 reaction skills, right? Unless I'm willing to use Castalia, which is going to be funny, because you wouldn't think to use Castalia on these guys, but you never know what I might do on this account. I don't know. Alright, I talked enough about one character. Outlaw Axeman, right? He's an AoE damage dealer, right? He does a great amount of damage. 35% damage increase, right? That's nuts. That's a good amount, right? He's a common unit though, right? So it is what it is. Okay, and that's gonna be my interim video. I talked about Outlaw Axeman in this video.